Hello, it is me, Fenton. We're going to play Monster Train, and we're going to do it properly this time. I feel like we should probably try this again. It went really badly, and I had a migraine, or at least a post-migraine malaise. I wasn't very with it, which I know is becoming a common excuse, but let's go, I suppose. Oh, and for my sins, I have to do Seraph the Patient with Queen's Implings. Okay. Double Barrel Daedalus as well. And Incant Harvest Arcus. 2 Prismal Dusts, 2 Fledgling Imps, and an engine upgrade. I like the engine upgrade, I have to say. I like that. Umbra banner on the Unit of Steel side, a Hellhorned banner on the Unit of Steel side, and it's Artifact Health. No early dupe. There is an early dupe here with a card remove and another Umbra banner. Interesting. These are both interesting. So obviously when you go Umbra, you're looking and you see energy cheats early, you go in, oh wait, that means Shadow. What's it called? Shadow Siege. There we go. The problem with this is you also have to take space, because he's bloody 6 space. Like, what the hell is that? Just having some tea there. So even if we make units cost -2 and the unit costs 4, we can't play it because we haven't got enough space. It's a joke. I am going to take units cost -2 though, because 7 energy on the first turn isn't hugely strong, and there are a lot of Umbra units that cost 2. Morsel Maker, Alloyed Construct, Shadow Eater, Overgorger, and also there are Hellhorned units that cost 2, right? Like this, it's not going to happen. Don't hold your breath. Alpha Fiend costs 2, Demon Fiend costs 4, and making the imps cost 0 is obviously very nice. This is just good. It's good. What else you got for me? Don't make me choose between this again. Christ alive. Alright, let's actually think about this. So you take Trample. Trample's fairly okay. You take Architect and you get a big... My problem with the Architect line is just the stats just don't go anywhere. Oh wow, 140 for 4 space. I was just complaining about space, don't get me wrong. But you start with 5 space, Penumbra takes 3 and it gives you 2. So you basically, Penumbra takes 1 space on the floor. You still can't play the Shadow Siege. I'll just take Trample, I guess. The Trample stat line is much better. Can at least do something. Just throw a few morsels, a lifesteal morsel, a damage shield morsel, you get a lot of value out of it. Guardians of Light. So as long as we can do a touch of damage to these apprentices of lights, we can then trample the damage back to the Cyborg Foot Soldier. But it is a lot of early damage. But we'll just chump it with imps, right? We got lots of free imps, lots of free trained stewards. We're on a pure chump blocking strategy here, and as such I will take a unit draft because we're going to need everything we can get, basically. Middle floor is small, that's fine. We're going to have lots of energy, we're going to have to find something to do with all this energy. We do have a Prismal Dust in the deck, let's not forget. So there are turns where we're just going to be able to slam Prismal Dust for 4. The damage shield has ruined my day. So I can play the Queen's Impling and then take the damage shield away, but then I'll just play the Trained Steward to take the damage shield away. Not getting this collector is upsetting me. You're dying, but you're dying from the Discipled Foot Soldier, so it's less upsetting to me. And I'll take another energy next turn. Yes, you're not getting anything done, are you? Because you kill the fledgling imp that then gives you the damage shield. This was a mistake. Mistakes have been made. You're dying to you. Should do the space. I've run out of space. Oh, this combat's too hard for Circle 1. It's too difficult. I'll just do this. Not smart enough for the damage shield combat right now. Do you all get migraines? You all get migraines? Is that just me? Don't know how we kill this Discipled Foot Soldier. That's potentially a very large problem. I'm just going to give you another 4 damage shield. That should suffice. You all get migraines? I think it's just me in the whole world. I mean, obviously not, but... they are awful. And this one was especially weird, because I just sort of like woke up with it. That's not often what happens. Wow, you don't get anything done? I usually get like the visual aura as well. So like I can't see for like an hour or two before the headache actually rolls around. But I didn't get that. Mostly because I was asleep. I feel like it probably happened while I was asleep. Another Prismal Dust. Perils or a Mind Collapse. A Mind Collapse is okay, except it probably spends more energy than it gains us currently. But being able to kill backline is extremely important right now. I would have preferred an Umbra Assault, of course. But I'll take the Mind Collapse. I'll probably end up spending like 4 on it, rather than a free Welder Helper. Maybe. Welder Helper is good. It's a good card. Don't have any way to... I mean, if you just give Penumbra a lot of defense, then that's fine. Seraph the Patient, which is, you know... I don't know what the plan is currently. I really don't know what the plan is currently. But I'm going to take Welder Helper because it's a 0 cost card that says apply 20 armor, so... And there's the Consumer of Crowns, and there's the Demon Fiend. Wow, these are some big boys. I don't know what to do. I honestly have no idea what to do about any of this. Consumer is risky. Like, I don't see how that happens, because we draw it turn 1, because it's currently our only unit, with draw priority. So our first hand is Penumbra, Consumer of Crowns, and then we'd have to play 2 Imps. 2 Imps would get Consumer down to 2 energy, which would then be playable. So our hand would have to be... It utterly carries through the first few combats, but then it just sort of doesn't do much. You have to sit it behind something. The Demon Fiend does effectively the same thing. For a much less... for less overhead. Much less overhead. And then there's Crucible Collector there as well, just chilling out. I have 5 morsel cards. And a whole bunch of 0 cost units. The deck is very small if we just play all the imps straight away. Because I've taken the big Penumbra, any unit I take is just going to have to go in its own space, in its own floor. Which makes me just want to take Crucible Collector, because at least then when I get the Shade Splitters down, which I can play, the only reason I didn't play them in that other combat is because there was no place for the morsels to go. And I didn't want to give things damage shield, despite playing all those imps. Obviously, Crucible Collector is not as good against Seraph the Patient as Crucible Warden. Damage Shield is very good against Seraph the Patient. But if you're rating all three of these units on how good they are against Seraph the Patient, then you can have a bad time. It was double barrel Daedalus, wasn't it? So, Crucible Collector's good against that. If you can give him at least 1 HP. And there's an Umbra banner here as well. We might see a Morsel Master or something from that. I'm going to take the Collector. It's the sensible plan. The other two are like high roll plans. This is a sensible plan. Which sounds like a band name. Is it? Is it a band name? Large. Give him large stone. Don't really like it. Don't really like him being 3 space. I'd like to have seen a plus 25 in here, really. Alloyed Construct. Do I pivot into Alloyed Construct instead? Alloyed Construct large stone makes a little bit more sense to me. And then there's Shadow Ear there as well, just doing his thing. How do we kill backline? We don't at the moment. Well, we trample Penumbra, but you know we don't like to talk about it. I'm really tempted to pivot into Alloyed Construct here, and just say the Crucible Collector was a safe get, but it's not happened. He doesn't have that sustain, is the problem. He's very strong, he doesn't have that sustain. I feel like I'm not going to do it. I've changed my mind. The Crucible Collector is the sustain. It's the just live, do the damage. And then Penumbra is mopping up. Penumbra gets all the damage shield from these Prismal Dusts. We're going to have a lot of energy. Give Penumbra the Fledgling Imp. Fledgling Imp? Welder Helper. Some way to kill imps would be very good. I think this might just be a skip. And it might come down to this being wrong, that this should have been taken. But my concern with Alloyed Constructs is it just does what Penumbra is already doing. It's just a strong unit, and it needs support to stay alive. Lifesteal Crucible Collector is very strong. And if I see some space prisms, or even some Ascent cards, or a Cave In or something, I might think about just putting Penumbra behind Crucible, which is the problem I had with the last episode, is I tried to do that and it didn't work. So bottom line, neither of these units solve a problem that we have currently. This kills backline, but we got Trample Penumbra, and this is strong unit against bosses and heavies, but we've got Trample Penumbra? This seems wrong. When I saying it out loud, it sounds wrong. I'm gonna skip. I'm going to skip. I'd really like to re-roll this for a plus 25, but I don't really want to play 85 gold for one plus 25 upgrade. I'd rather just do this and take space. I'm almost certainly taking space anyway. Don't need energy. Alright. Not a huge fan of a large stone on a Crucible Collector, but needs must. Another unit draft. I will take it. Please, I will take unit drafts all day. Show me a Morsel Master. Show me an I'd probably even make room for an Alpha Fiend. Do we just play Penumbra on the bottom here? She takes a lot of damage. I think I'm going to play her mid, so at least I've got a little bit of room for chomp blocking and a potential morsel. He's huge. He's absolutely massive. Just double checking that it wasn't haste there. I was pretty sure it wasn't haste. The haste combat. Yeah. Chump blocking for Penumbra is currently the plan, and it should be fine. We got lots of units, so we can do that. What the hell is this hand? Just play them all out, I don't care. They just need to go. Who needs to be deaded? 6. That sounds pretty perfect to me. You still take 2. I eat so much damage shield, so much spikes damage. Does spikes trigger through trample? I honestly don't know. I don't actually need to worry about playing this. All the shade splitters are on the bottom of the deck. Very good, very helpful. I'll just play 3 damage shield up here. I don't need the energy, do I? I'll play the other ones. God, I need a way to kill backline so badly. It's fine though. We took the trial, we took no damage. We've taken both trials and took no damage. Why am I complaining? Why am I complaining? Ooh, a hidden passage. Inferno though. Inferno we can just play. If I take Hidden Passage, I can't really do anything until the floor before the turn before Relentless starts, because I still want to be giving the Crucible Collector morsels. But Trample Penumbra behind Crucible Collector is strong. Once you give him a few morsels, for like 3 or 4 turns, is very good. Plus, it's a good card to have. It's nice. It's nice. Right. Well, okay. Screw you then, I guess. Game. Screw you. Really good stuff there. Really good. I'm so glad. I might just have to high roll an artifact here. This is. I want an Umbra banner, really. I want to see a Morsel Master, I think. I really, really do. I'm just going to high roll an artifact, I think. I don't really see what choice I have at this point. I see. Queen's Tail is draw and energy, because all of our imps cost 0. I mean, it's good. I'm not sure what it really does. Not sure what problem it solves, but there we go. Yeah, of course. You always, always, always give me this event when I'm not ready for it. Man, if I had an imp sacrifice card, I would very much enjoy this. What do I do with 5 Welder Helpers? I play them behind Penumbra one at a time and then can't kill them because I don't have a torch or an important work or an impressive or a pierce horn break, which I did see, to be fair. It did show me a horn break. If this were Shardtail Queen, this run would be bonkers. As it stands, it is not bonkers. It is non-cause. I will take one extra Welder Helper. Only because I refuse to skip that event. It seems like skipping it is always worse than not skipping it. It seems like it's very rare that you don't want a second copy of a card in your deck because you've already added it to your deck, right? Why would you not want more of a card you chose to add? Like, obviously that's not always true. Sometimes 2 copies of a card is worse, of course. But I'm struggling to think of a situation where out of all of the cards you've added up to that point. Okay, I think the same plan here. These clergy are going to have some health, going to have some pretty decent attack numbers before Penumbra gets to deal with them, but we'll sort that. We'll sort that. If I kill the bomb, then the Impling doesn't die, and as such, the morsel becomes eaten by the Impling. I think with 60 health and lifesteal, you're alright. I think I'll just clear this out. Must remember to play the imps first, because they draw me a card and they give me energy. That's why I took the lifesteal, the large stone, by the way, because I really wanted some contingency for for this. I'm going to play you in front, because if I play you behind, you're just never going anywhere. And the 20 armor on the front basically does the same thing as 20 armor on the back. 20 armor on Penumbra, it just... I need you to survive for a touch longer than you currently are. I mean, I guess... Oh yes, must play your imps first. Must play the imp cards first. Sometimes I just am not paying enough attention to that. Oh, if I'd have done the damage to the front, the trample would have gone through and killed the back. That's interesting. Oh no, haste. Double barreled also has haste, doesn't he? Because he's a book. So I'm ascending you. I just want to know where I'm playing my first imp, that's all. I mean, I guess it's just here. A dead weight. Wow, that made a lot. Oh, there's no space because I bloody engine upgraded this floor. You will die, right? This is correct. Okay. I've taken 5 so far. Which is alright, up until the Daedalus combat. I suppose that's actually pretty tasty. Wow, this is the only place I can even play an imp. And another dead weight. Brilliant. It's alright, I only had one more sort of play anyway. I can take 1 here. I can mind collapse this. If you go up to the top, Crucible Warden, Crucible Collector rather, doesn't quite kill you, in fact. I do feel a bit weird about playing a Mind Collapse for 4. But equally, I feel like without going super deep into the lab there, that is the way I take the least amount of damage. In the short term. I suppose it's possible in the long term. Oh my god, the space issues are egregious. In the long term, I might take more damage because I didn't get more damage shield onto you, but we shall see. If I Mind Collapse you die now, that saves 1 stack of lifesteal onto Crucible Collector. Crucible Collector has going to have 71 health plus whatever morsels I get from this. So 2 more lifesteal is going up to 5 lifesteal. 70 health. 9 into 70 is 63. So you get 7 rounds. 7 times 37. 259 plus whatever we get out of Umbra, which is not going to be a lot. I think we're short. I think we're desperately short. No space. Every time I'm going to make that mistake. Can't even play this for a draw. I mean, to be fair, there's not much else I'd want to draw. So, energy was not what I wanted to see there. It really was not. Oh, you're dead. It's 54. Why is my math so wrong there? Oh my god, Rubble Morsels, what are you doing to me? Damage shield makes no sense on a unit with 6 lifesteal. Oh, what I did is I did 6 rounds, because that's how much health he had. I forgot to add the stacks of lifesteal when I did that math. A Transcend Imp! That's funny. I do have a lot of imps. I do have a lot of imps. But why? Shroud Mitosis seems infinitely better to me here than a Transcend Imp. Does it not? Man, I wish I made a bigger cup of tea. I'm chugging this. I'm chugging that stuff. Stop showing me Shroud units. Pivot into Crucible Warden because it's got damage shield printed on it. I think having given you the large stone, you should be okay. I can just block with imps and stuff, and then you just lifesteal the health back. I think it's fine. It's not ideal, of course. How many unit drafts am I going to skip in this game? Space! 100% every day of the week. Space there. Right, Umbra banner. Remove the train stewards. Oh, thank Christ. Thank the good sweet Lord Jesus Christ. So it doesn't matter if a floor's small now because... yeah, so we can play 1 morsel a turn, we get 2 morsels out of it. Right, okay, I'm happy. Ish, mostly. What's the next biggest problem? Don't know. I'm not sure I'm going to duplicate yet, let me just see. Architect is not what I wanted to see. I took space so I can take Monstrous too. Certainly helps. I mean, I'm looking at Prismal Dust here. I'm looking at Prismal Dust and going, I have so much energy and I often just don't have anything to do with it. So much of the deck costs 0 and 1. I could play Prismal Dust for like 6 damage shield. The problem with damage shield is that it's really bad against bosses with multi-strike, of which there are several. Oh no, that's not true. Self-made Harpy. Self-made Harpy gets absolutely wrecked by Crucible Collector is the thing. Damage shield is bad against Self-made Harpy, but damage shield is good against Crystal Cloak, the stealth one, and vice versa. Crucible Collector gets bodied by Crystal Cloak. How many cards are in the deck after we play all of the units out? And all of the consume cards. A Hidden Passage, 2 Mind Collapses, 5 Shade Splitters, and a Shroud Mitosis. So like 7. Hidden Passage, Mind Collapse is 3. And then these 6, 9. 9 cards. Okay. This Shroud Mitosis then, I guess. So Crucible Collector, Morsel Master is 2, a Morsel is 3 units, and then we can copy it for another 3 is 6. So we can... Oh no, Morsel Master is this is 1, Crucible Collector, Morsel Master, and then 2 Morsels is 4. And then we make another 3 copies is 7. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. 7 unit maximum on a floor, of course, in case you didn't know that. Clip Tormentors. Okay. 15 armor. Trample Penumbra on the bottom. It's probably fine, right? It's probably fine. Clip Guardians. Clip Guardians in front of Absolvers is really annoying. Don't quite get those killed on the bottom floor. I'm not going to take this, actually. 15 armor is a lot. I can't mind collapse the Absolvers in that scenario. Right, this one's fine. The top floor was small. How gross. I guess I'll just play on the middle. Do I need to play on the middle? No. No, I don't need to play on the middle at all. 3 and 1. Yeah. The only thing to do would be to not accidentally play a Morsel on... I mean, I guess that's the case for playing in the middle, is I could play a Morsel Master and then play a Morsel and have the space. Oh, but Morsel Master would eat the morsels anyway, of course. Of course! Of course he would. Fine. Whatever then. Just screw the whole thing. Yeah, just give me loads of energy next turn. Exactly what I needed. $11 energy, it's the best. Even more of the stuff. What is this run? What is this deck at this point? Ha! Get wrecked, imps. Get absolutely wrecked. Yeah, sure, I'll take 6 damage shield. I may as well put it on you, right? Does it make any difference? So there's some high level play here that you can think about in terms of this Welder Helper has 6 health, but no enemies have trample. Only one boss in the whole game has trample that you have to worry about. So if you put damage shield on the front of a unit that has 1 health, then it's possible that the unit that has 1 health eats a whole round from something that is like attacking you for 10, and it gets wasted. But you'd have to look at the list of what's coming up in the next few waves and see exactly how many attacks you were taking to see if it was valuable or not to keep the Welder Helper alive for more turns. But I'm just going to do it, and we'll see how it goes. And plus, it's 1 attack. It's 1 extra attack a turn, folks. Good, Mind Collapses do exist. They are in the deck. I need to play it for 2. Which one do I want? These are the waves that scared me, just FYI. Get rid of this one. So much energy. So you got 1 damage shield left, so free frostbite. We did it. See, this is why this sucks, right? This is why this is bad. I'm gonna take 1 from this absolver. But I think that's worth it to give you 8 damage shield. Because I could mind collapse you and give you 2 damage shield, but... Which boss was it? I know which one it is. No, I can see the picture. It's the one that gives you blights when they get a slay. But my worry was that it actually was the one that had trample on it. Dead! Damage shield. It's actually going to work. Damage shield is actually working, if you can imagine such a thing. Go away. Please. Damage shield, good. I guess if damage shield is good and I have a lot of energy, I should take some more morsel generation. Although I'd probably be playing this on... No, I can play this on my penumbra floor and then just put the morsels on a different floor. And damage shield is very good against Seraph the Patient, let's not forget. Oh, an Imp Sacrifice card. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I flippin' do. Should we hold it over? I guess we should go to 1 magic shop in this run. Ha ha ha. Banter. Volatile Gauge. Do you think Volatile Gauge is good here? It could be. Like, all joking aside, it could be. Because units will be drawn between 1 and 3, and then 2 energy will come off them for the Forever Flame. So units are never going to cost more than 1 anyway. Which does suck for the imp. All the imps being free was a very big part of the plan. It doesn't change these X-cost cards, but it does change Grovel is on average better, and then everything else that costs 1 is on average worse. But you draw 3 more cards a turn. I mean, it's obviously not correct. I'm going to hold this over, I suppose. Yeah, now there's actual value to giving Welder Helper Endless, should that arise. I'll make this cost 1 less, even though energy is not really a huge problem, but why not? It's only 25 gold, it's in here. I'd love to give a vent plus 10, that's excellent. Then I can play this for 0 and still get value out of it, and not have to waste the Prismal Dusts. Frozen on something is interesting, but I'm going to save the money. -1 on anything else? No, we're fine now. 2 card removes, eh? Still Train Stewards chilling out here in the deck. Man, I still have a headache. It's crazy. It's like 3 days now. Spell Shield 2. Silent Marksmans. Can't play on the bottom. Spell Shield 2. Vents. But Damage Shield for myself. 150 coin. Where are we going next? We don't really need the money for anything on the next floor, do we? Yeah, I'm just not going to greed for it. It's possible that it's entirely fine. We only have vents that do spell shield damage, but there is a I mean, backline is still a problem. This floor was small, which means I can't play any imps on it. How much do I care about that? I think it's fine in this combat. I mean, the only other option is to just play Crucible Collector mid, but it's fine. He can take all of these hits. He's got the lifesteal. It's actually okay. Yeah, I suppose giving you extra lifesteal for at the cost of 4 attack is slightly more correct. Imps. The imps. The imps. The imps are on fire. Let's save you a stack of lifesteal here. And a Mind Collapse. Very handy. Very handy at 0. Oh, I'm giving you armor with it. Oh, the overcharged tanks. I've been hard countered. Excellent. Very good draw. That was not sarcasm. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get you out of the way. Get you out of the picture entirely, mate. It's still correct. No. Is it correct? It's not correct to imp in front anymore because I will probably want to play the holdover impressive for value at some point, and as such, I don't want to just throw away 20 armor here. Just put damage shield and everything on there now. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I definitely want to do this. Nice. Oh man, units enter with 3 rage. That's not insignificant. I totally didn't put 2 and 2 together there. So units entering with 3 rage means that morsels summoned on this floor are actually going to just wreck face. And imps as well to some extent, but that's less relevant when they're summoned on the top, because obviously they're dazed. Another Shades player, good stuff. Just get you out of the deck. You will die, but at least you're not dying on a turn where overcharged tanks are farming you for armor. Rest in peace, imps. Rest in peace. I mean, arguably play both and see which one you get, but then you've got morsels floating around the deck, and I do not have the space or the inclination to play them on the bottom here. You're going to get armor anyway, right? It's better to give you this armor here. Oh, and the Shroud Mitosis, of course. I draw a card when I play an imp, so I must remember to at least do that. You get the armor from this, and you get 1 stack of armor from the Queen's Implings, but then other things happen, so... And you're all dead, because these morsels just have 8 attack. How bizarre. What a bizarre turn of events. Obviously play that Mind Collapse on this one. Like, that was extremely wrong. But it's past the point of really mattering at this point. Good. I'm so glad the Impressive was at the bottom of the deck. Very happy about that. Can't remember what the boss was. Don't think it matters. There's not much that 13 stacks of lifesteal doesn't beat. It definitely wasn't Crystal Cloak, I would have remembered. That's right, Sweep. It was the Sweep dude. Sorry, Queen's Implings. I'm very sorry about this. 50 damage to save a stack of... Oh, no, of course. What are you talking about, mate? What are you talking about? This does kill the morsels that I've just painstakingly summoned, but it doesn't matter. Apparently it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, it's going alright. I'm just stretching big time here. Sorry. It's very rude. Oh, boy. I am... Migraines, man. What can I say? It's looking like it's going well. And I would agree with you. And then Seraph kills us. Like, outrageously. It's not even, you know... We're not even close to being Seraph here. Although, Lifesteal is pretty good against Seraph the Patient, actually, because Seraph the Patient, actually, Lifesteal is good against bosses. I don't know why I decided to say that. I was thinking, oh, it's better than Damage Shield, but even the Lifesteal would work with a Multi-Strike Seraph. Obviously, Damage Shield would be poor against Multi-Strike Seraph, but Lifesteal is just as good against Multi-Strike bosses than Single-Strike bosses, of course. That's just how the game works. More Grovels. How do I feel about my Morsel Generation? I feel fine. Every now and then I draw a Shroud Mitosis without a Shade Splitter, and I'm upset. But I think we just rectify that by taking Draw from the max boss. I don't think we need to take space. Doesn't really achieve much. I could cannibalize Imps for Morsels. This is a lot of Morsels. 3 is almost too many. But it's fine, I can use them to chomp block, and I can use them to bait Seraph onto different floors to waste melee weakness. I don't need a Pyre Chomper. I'm looking at Spike of the Hellhorned here, but it doesn't do a huge amount. Even playing it for 5 is like, oh wow, 10 armor, whoop-de-doo. Like 10 rage is fine, but... I mean, look at look at this card, which is rare, next to this card, which is common, and gives you more value per energy. Plus you can make this -1, and it's obscene value. This needs to be at least 3x to be good, in my opinion. Even if you had a power turn and you slam this for 40 energy, like 80 armor, hooray. Like, I can get that with 4 energy of Welder Helpers. Woo. Woo, he says. Removes. Duplications. Pyre health. Events. Magic shot. Don't need the magic shot? Like, another +10 on event is really all I'm after. Magic shot wise. And I honestly don't even think I want the removes. I think the deck is just fine. If anything, I might duplicate a Shade Splitter. Which is crazy, I realise. No, I'm going to take the Pyre health and the event, and then I'm going to see what I want to duplicate. Minor refraction here is very, very good. Shame. I suppose we can purge a Queen's Impling, right? Probably should. I guess it's this. This is better than a Shade Splitter in every respect. I do want to start thinking about playing some morsels on the Penumbra floor as well. Right, who we got? Oh, of course, we're on the Arcus floor. It's fine. My brain's not slowly decaying. I am almost certainly with it. Can't turn one in, can we, like that? That's very rude. There's no reason to be worried about playing mid and top here, I think. I'm just going to do the same thing I did last time. With the added benefit of drawing the Crucible Collector turn 1, so I can actually just give him 3 morsels right off the bat. Oh, and pump an extra 30 damage into Arcus. What was it? Hellhorned Harvest and Incan. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. I do have to be careful about this Hellhorned Harvest, but I got the space here to decide. Oh, okay. Well, no. The problem with Rubble Morsels is that you can't guarantee them. You can't say we're fine for... You can't just blanket turn 1, circle 1, say we're fine for energy because we have morsels. That's not really how it works. Sweep A. This does a lot. Here. Kills this, and tanks for this. Meaning you save a damage shield and 9 health. And plus... I mean, the 21 attack... I mean, playing you on the top floor is a bit silly, because you're not going to get the value out. You're just dazed. You probably don't get attack in fact. But it's still correct. I'm just trying to play around these Hellhorned Harvests as best I can. I don't want my draw to suffer. I'm just trying to... It might come to an issue here. I'm just trying to think whether I need to worry about this. Because, I mean, 3 rage here is not insignificant. But you die straight away. It's fine. I will... I can't... I can do this and have 1 space left for a morsel. I will... Nah, I don't want to give you a slave for absolutely no reason at all. That's very rude. That'd be very rude. Alright. Show me the morsel with 5 health. Can't remember what it's called. Umbra. No, not that one. I could just go all in on this. I'm going to do this as well. See what it gives me. Hey, it is Umbra. Right, so this is good because these survive the sweep. Nice. And I guess 3 damage shield here, and I suppose I'll just throw these away, seeing as they both definitely die, and the Hellhorned Harvest is not going to be on that floor. Get 'em, boys. Bake 'em away, toys. The morsel generation, it has stopped. Yeah, I can do this. Stack some rage, get the imps out of the deck, not have to worry about Hellhorned Harvest at all. Why? I'll do it. I'll do it. Wow, you're not even dead. That's quite a neat way around that, I suppose. No, it's not really around it. I had still stifled my draw. Where are all the Morsos? I'm so glad I remembered which Mind Collapse had the +10 and which one didn't. Although, arguably, it wouldn't have made any difference. Oh, Christ, Monster Master is gonna die. No, there's no more sweep, it's fine. Alright, so I put you there so I could do this. Damage shield, please. More lifesteal, I guess. Yeah, lifesteal is very good against Arcus because he, well, it's very good against bosses. I don't know why I keep harping on this point, like it's some revelation. I should have played this one first, because what I'm going to do now is just do this. And then play another 2 morsels here. And I encountered on this floor, because I'm not paying enough attention. I don't really think it makes any difference. We've won. We have won. I'm taking 6, though. I'm not quite sure about that holdover impressive, to be honest with you. Whoa, you're not dead. That's flipping rude. Just a casual 9 energy. Damage shield makes no difference. Yeah, well, that should secure it, right? Yeah, it's good. It's fine. End turn. Yeah, I'm not sure about this holdover impressive anymore. Like, to be fair, it's not really showing up early enough in the deck either times that I've had it. Okay. We do honestly have to think about how we beat Seraph, and it might be playing the other way around and ascending Penumbra behind Crucible Collector. That gets a lot of stuff done. One Horns, you say? One Horn's Tome, you say? Let's go! Permafrost. Ascend it. Ascend Penumbra. The turn before Relentless. Play Penumbra below Crucible Warden. Ascend him. Crucible Warden just tanks with the lifesteal. Penumbra has 170 attack, 100 health. Gets all of that stuff done. It's fine, right? That works. Upgrades. Unit upgrades. Endless Welder Helper. Endless Welder Helper is probably also fine as well. I don't need the magic shop. Artifacts are good, of course. It's a bit of a high roll. There's potentially 2 or 3 things I'd buy from here, plus 25 for Morsel Maker, Morsel Master, sorry. Obviously this is a bit of a waste. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Just extremely high rolled into that store. I'm also going to give you this, seeing as I'm here. May as well. Yeah, this can't hurt, right? Six space. So there is some world here where this goes very wrong and we can't play in the order that we want. But I'm just going to hope that the RNG provides. It's been very kind to me so far. That's fine. You can lower space there. Alright, first things first. Show me a card. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good turn one. I'll just play this while I've got it. Ah, we get so much energy in our second time through the deck. Nah, I'll just play it. There's the one horns. There's the endless welder helper. Oof. It's okay, I can mind collapse one of these Burks away. That solves all of the problems on this floor. In fact, I can mind collapse both of the Burks. It's a Burk massacre down here. There's no space! There's no space! I've ruined it. I've ruined the game. I've broken it. Why did I not think of that? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot. I have an endless world helper that I can't play because I don't have any space. Alright. We'll just make do, I guess. Oh dear. I mean, it's still fine. Like, I can still use it to bait Seraph down to the floor. And chump block as well. Like, not that I need it here particularly, but which morsel do I want? I don't want damage shield. It's irrelevant. It's very strange. What's happening here? Oh, I should have taken double energy. Double space. I should have taken... I just forgot. I just really forgot. Totally forgot. This floor's scary. I guess it's fodder for this. I'd like to impressive it, but I... Oh no, I can. Of course I can. What am I talking about? I mean, it's so awkward what I've done here. It's like extremely poor what I have decided to do here with this deck, but you can but laugh. I would have also gotten another. I would have had another space for another morsel here. Although I don't particularly need that because I've got Shard Mitosis brings the unit floor up to its limit anyway. This is a problem. This guy is a problem. He's just gonna consume all of this damage shield. I'm glad I didn't play the one horns. Do you get a slay? Yes. Do I care? I mean, yes, of course. But I don't really want these floating around the deck. Although, I guess that's probably better than the alternative. Wow, you don't even die. Oh, God, I should have taken double space. Why? My Pyre is just about to completely eat it here. This is a nightmare. There's not even a good draw coming up. Oh, I can't believe I've ruined this run by taking draw. Who would have thought that was incorrect? I mean, anybody would have been able to tell you, oh, don't forget, trample 3 is 6 space. Oh, I'm about to take bloody 48 damage, and it's only going to get worse. Oh dear. It's a good job I got 140 Pyre. Yeah, this is bad. Dead weights, why? Somehow I feel like energy is not really going to solve any problems at all. There goes the damage shield. Oh, 60? 60? I'm so sad about this. All right, I'll just go to the merchant of trinkets and get mine jacks. Right? Of course, because that was going to be the plan anyway. I was just going to play Penumbra on the middle so I could ascend her up behind Crucible Warden. Crucible Warden beats the boss here, correct? Does he not? Pretty sure. I don't think it's getting better than +4. Wow, does that not even solve the problem? Alright, let's ascend you, just so that I can... If you die, then it's fine. Yeah, alright, it's good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Okay. Feast? Deck's 31 cards? A lot of them are units? I don't see why we need Feast. I don't see why we need any of that, really. All this. Or branding right on Penumbra is okay. But she's going to have damage shield, right? So it's actually not okay. I guess I should get some of this Pyre health back and take money so I can re-roll a... Light's Gift is very good here. I could do the opposite way around and play Penumbra on the top, and Light's Gift and One Horns means that she doesn't ever get hit by anything. Except for Seraph, of course, because Seraph completely ruins this plan. But then I can't put the Crucible Warden in front of her afterwards, which is kind of integral to the idea. More draw is fine. 4 stacks of armor is okay. Rage is okay. If units enter with 3 rage, then suddenly they're entering with 9 extra attack. Hmm. Doesn't seem necessary. I'd really like Vent to be... that's ideal, thank you very much. Yep, I think we're just going to have to lay in our bed here. That's the phrase, right? We have a bed, let's lie in it. I'm still going to play Penumbra in the middle. I think... Can't put enough lifesteal on Crucible Warden to just carry. The middle is small, it's a disaster. It's a disaster, folks. Alright. 45 attack. You would only need about 100 lifesteal. What the hell do I do about this? You would need 89 lifesteal to be more precise. But if I get you up to 60 attack, you would only need 66. One less for every... Like, I already don't want to play on the top because Seraph is up here. I'm just playing on the bottom. I'm just going to play on the bottom. I'm going to play bottom and mid. And just have to ascend the Penumbra at some point once I feel like I have enough lifesteal. This is a pretty good turn one. Let's not be around the bush with it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of these +4 morsels, but I'll take 15 here to save the life. Take 15 to not incant you for 1 health, 1 attack. Yeah, I'm gonna. This damage shield needs to get the most value out of it. I'm just gonna do this, and I will float this morsel. Although morsels don't count for incant or rally, so actually do not float the morsel. It's not even a good morsel. Alright, I've taken 15 so far from my decisions here. You've come down to the bottom, because of course you have. Here's the 95 coming in. Christ. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead already. Stop giving me Antumbra morsels. I don't need them. I definitely should have played that in first, shouldn't I? Like, this could have been Prismal Dust. Or any other morsel generation card. Should have left World of Helper at the front to tank. Uh-huh. A good turn. Stop. Can I please have some better morsels than this? I cannot ascend you now. It's far, far, far too early. But if I don't, then you're dead. Unless I ascend one of you, Burks. I'm gonna have to pass up 29 damage here on Seraph to Ascent to let my Penumbra live. I could have done this first, couldn't I? I could have done this first before I... Oh, no, it would have been incant. It would have been rallies. It would have been rallies. It's fine. Oh, no. No. Why? Also, I summoned the World Helper and then just immediately got rid of it. You are still living. And I have 6 energy, some damage shield. There's multi-strike units in here though, so no. Ah, dearie me. I'm gonna save you a stack of damage shield here, I think. Plus this draws me a card. It's a Shade Splitter, it's fine. I wonder if there's any value in trying to find an energy morsel. I definitely want an energy morsel. I'd definitely take an energy morsel over an Umbra morsel. Wow. Seraph, please! Seraph! Seraph, please! You couldn't have gone anywhere else. Oh, it's a flipping dead weight. I want the damage on the Gilded Wing. Oh, Penumbra's dead. Penumbra is dead. Yeah, she's definitely dead. She's taken so much here. So much. A lifesteal morsel. An actual good morsel. Ay caramba. Well, I suppose that was fun while it lasted. Seraph, please, just come to another floor. Just, please, I beg of you. Oh, how much damage is this? 45, 55, 65. I might just leave it. Not incant rat, because I can do a decent amount about this, but it's probably more valuable to do something about this. Oh, for crying out loud, why? And then I can impressive this one. Providing my math isn't wrong here. The hidden passage has arrived. Oh, it's so sad. Eight damage shield. 8 damage shield and the flipping ascend. Oh, never been more upset in my life. This does nothing because of the lifesteal. Like, it really is just... The only thing it does is I can play it now and then get... But I get fewer turns out of that with one horns than I would. Because as soon as the damage shield goes, he dies because he's fragile. Just put it on you. $2,539. Ah, is there an out here? If I'd have drawn Shroud Mitosis, maybe there was an out. I can still draw Shroud Mitosis, actually. 50 damage onto you is not insignificant. I did not draw it. 2,000. It's still 2,539. Damage shield is not what I wanted to see. I've just been incanting you this whole time by doing that as well. That's probably not helped. Lifesteal is nice. Damage shield is irrelevant. +4 of health is not particularly relevant. Alright, let's do this. Ah, 3,034. And then dead to you anyway, so I don't even get the choice to go up on the top floor. And you can't do it the other way around, because you can't play Penumbra on the top, because the floor was small. There's no point in playing Crucible Collector on the bottom and ascending up, because all that lifesteal just goes to waste, so he's not taking any damage. It just wasn't quite there. Basically, it was very close. It was very close to being good. I mean, with these extra incants, I don't know if that made any difference in the end. It's not enough to do 1,000 damage, right? Like, that's how far behind we are. It's funny, like, if I see fewer health morsels and see more attack morsels and more lifesteal morsels, it's probably fine. I saw a lot of health morsels, I feel like, in this combat. If I get my boy up to, like, 100 attack instead, and I draw the Shroud Mitosis at better times. Alright, there's the end of the lifesteal, so he gets 128 into... You only would have gotten one more round out of it, to be fair. Not 848 damage worth. It's funny as well, because like One Horn's on the back there. If I'd have put One Horn's Tome onto this, that would have been like an extra 15 times however many rounds that just was. How much lifesteal did he have? Like 30? 15 times 30, that's an extra 400 odd. It was on a razor's edge, that one. I don't feel like I made any incorrect decisions, except for obviously the big one of taking draw and not space. So I suppose I shouldn't complain about the variance of that run being bad when the game was like, no, just take space and you win. Because I had an Endless Welder Helper as well, right? Like, I shouldn't complain. I shouldn't complain because I threw the run away by taking a draw and not space. That was the throw. There's no excuses for that. It's just funny that it was almost good enough for that mistake to not make any difference. We still did get a lot of value out of the Endless Welder Helper because we had the holdover important work, but obviously if you can play it on the Penumbra every turn instead, then Penumbra doesn't die there. Then you can ascend the Penumbra, and then you win. You win handily, in fact, like almost won without the Penumbra. So if you have the Penumbra, you only need about 20 lifesteal. Probably not even 20, probably only about 10, right? 10 rounds of 170, 1700 damage. That's crazy. You can just decide halfway through the combat, right, that's enough lifesteal, ascend. Hallelujah, don't bend, ascend. By Godspeed, you Black Emperor. And then you win the game. Oh well, a fun run nonetheless. And I suppose, if anything, we've learned that Trample Penumbra is 6 space at the end of the run. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to let me know by leaving a like or a comment. And if you want to see more Monster Train, then be sure to subscribe. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh wow, it's a long one, 1 hour 26 minutes. Oof, sorry folks, sorry about that.